The Corvette has been sitting for years. It starts and run, but it wasn't running quite right. So I decided to do a tune-up. And I'm glad I did because I found this as soon as I started looking at the car. It is a burnt spark plug wire. It fell against the header and burnt through the coating. So I'm thinking that the spark plug wire was arcing into the header, causing a misfire on that cylinder. I went ahead and pulled spark plugs out. What was in there was a Champion, and it's a RC12YC. I ordered all the parts for this through Jegs. So let's go and open it up for the first time. I haven't checked this out yet. Got a spark plug gauge. The plugs I ordered don't come pre-gapped. It only come at, I think it was 0.035 or 0.030. Got some wire separators. Another package of wire separators. My goal this time is to go through and reroute all those wires in a nicer way to keep them away from the headers. Got some MSD 8.5 millimeter wire kit for a 350. Also for another safety. Those are a lot bigger diameter than I thought they'd be, but I got some sleeves to go over or boot guards to go over the spark plug wires to hopefully protect from heat there right next to those headers. Because as you can see over here, those are very, very close to the headers. Yeah, look at that little Jegs freebie hat. I don't think yellow is my color though. And then for spark plugs, I had some NGK V-Power. If I remember correctly, these were the heat range of 5, and they had a 3/4 inch reach. Yeah. A BKR 5E, that's the heat range of 5, 3/4 inch reach. I think that's a good heat range for the amount of power this motor's putting out. So from my understanding, when you have a higher compression engine and you put a hotter spark plug in, it's going to be quicker and easier to ignite, which can lead to pre-detonation, and you can't be as aggressive with your timing. So I went with a step colder than the recommended 6. So hopefully that's a good range for this motor. We'll find out. If you guys have any more expertise in this area than I do, please let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. All right, before I was getting started on installing the wires, I went ahead and put on these heat sleeve protectors. These are a lot more difficult than they look to slide on, even though there's quite a bit of space around the wire. Getting them over the boots is pretty tough, but ended up finding a pretty simple way to do it. 1/4 inch extensions work great. This is only a 6-inch one, and that's an 8-inch sleeve, so it was pretty good to get it started up in there. I ended up switching to my 10-inch 3/8 extension, and that was really easy to push them through there. Definitely don't want to use a pick or anything with a sharp tip. That's a blunt tip, so it won't damage the wire. But now that I have that all set up ready, we're going to go over to the car. We have one side of plugs and wires in here, and I've put on these heat protectors to prevent wire from contacting and melting against the header. They're routed up through here and up to the distributor cap. As you see, the blue ones are the old ones, the black ones are the new ones. I just have to put the wire separators on there to route everything nicely, but I'm just getting the wires in place first. I finally got the tune-up completed. It is a couple days later. When I was putting the spark plugs in, I got to my second to last spark plug, and Jegs accidentally mixed in the wrong spark plug. Reached out to their customer service. They sent me a new one real quick. Only took a few days. So I finished up the tune-up. Now we're ready to fire the car up and see how she sounds. It's running great now. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.